have been diagnosed with a very rare neurological disorder, and I wasn't ready to say anything before. But I'm ready now. It's not hard to do a show, you know. It's hard to cancel a show. I'm working hard every day, but I have to admit, it's been a struggle. I miss it so much. The people. I miss them. If I can't run, I'll walk. If I can't walk, I'll crawl. I won't stop.
Oh. It's incredible. The film shows a no-holds-barred account of her struggle with stiff person syndrome and the effect it has on her daily life. She opens up about having to hide her condition for 17 years. She's been battling this quietly for 17 years. Viewers have been applauding her honesty. But it's very... It can, you know, creates a lot of vulnerability to put yourself out there and to absolutely lay your life on the table. But like you heard there, she suddenly finds that now is the time. She wants to do it. She's ready to speak, Janet. And you can understand that maybe. You just don't want to hide anymore.
I know. I think I respect her for doing it. I think the problem is now, though, there's oversharing. And it's almost been devalued, you know. I think she's sharing from a really important point of view. She wants people to know what her life's been like and the struggles that she's gone through. To just,
and she's kept it private for all of these years.
And she's kept it private. But nowadays, the idea of privacy and keeping things to yourself is not happening very much, is it?
I think, look, for me personally, I think there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable, but like, you know, Celine Dion has done, and like yourself, I think you need to find yourself in a place where you are ready. It's taken 17 years for her to come out with this. So I think for me, it's if I'm in a safe space, I'm with people that I trust, and also the issue that I might be facing or the thing that I want to be vulnerable about, I feel that I've come to a place of acknowledgement within myself. Because the reality is, once you put that out there, it's something that Tina Turner said years ago in her documentary when she spoke about her, you know, abuse of her ex-husband, that once she put it out there, it's constantly out there. No matter what interview, whatever accolade she achieved, it was always something that was brought up.
You're labelled.
You're labelled. So you've got to be assuring yourself that you're at a place of peace, whatever it is that you're going through, that when you do put it out there and you are being vulnerable, that you can withstand when it keeps on coming back up.
I do think that's easy to do if you've got a private support network, if you've got great family, if you've got great friends. So many people don't. And, you know, they are very alone. And I think for them to see people being vulnerable makes them feel less alone. I'm not the only one going through this. I'm not, especially with mental health. You know, I think it's very brave to show vulnerability because we've all experienced it. I don't think we always have to be, I'm fine, I'm fine. I think that's really not good for your health to constantly make out everything's fine. So I think, you know, we do live now in a world of social media where I agree everything is put out on social media, but I know that for some people that really helps them because that's actually the only outside world they have where they don't feel alone so much. So I think it's quite a good thing.
For me, personally, I was brought up not to really display emotions and coming on this show, I was very, very reluctant to talk about things that upset me or things that were quite personal. And I have, on this show, opened up about the time when this completely unknown man in the street started abusing me and really upset me. And I have talked about one of my relationships, which was a very, very bad experience. But it takes a lot for me. I mean, I'm quite typical of a lot of the British population. We don't feel very comfortable, especially my generation. And also I've got a fear of being labelled as, you know...
Weak.
Weak, exactly. And I've made my entire career on not displaying any weakness. And I still feel now that, you know, revealing too much about yourself I mean, the jury's out for me about whether it's a good or
it's not a
bad
comfortable place for you to be.
No, it's not. Even talking about it now is making me a bit...
Yeah.
But then I think the thing is the narrative is being changed, isn't it?
Yes.
But like you said, and Connie, we've all said, it's really about the individual, and there's nothing wrong with sharing, but always try and seek those safer places. If you feel that is your small network of social media, or for like us who we work with, then so be it. But there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable.
No.
We see the vulnerable side.
I think watching Coleen's documentary, she's so stripped back. You know, there's no makeup, her hair's back, she's crying, she's emotional. We're also used to seeing her as this powerhouse of a singer, aren't we, up on stage in front of thousands of people performing. And this is a different version of her. So again, going back to that feeling of wanting to share that, I think is an incredibly strong thing. So vulnerability, like you say, can be a strength.
Yeah, and it can be a help. To so many people, and it can be a help to you to share.
To share, absolutely.
I mean, I overshare, let's be honest.
We all know too much.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.